I need to check first if I'm broadcasting. Let me check real quick. Live now. It seems that I'm broadcasting. Yes, so I don't have time to do the recording today. So what I'm gonna do is to just do the broadcast and leave it as and give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm gonna do a broadcast instead of recording. So what we do have here is the gold futures. So let me. There were two trades today in gold. One was for $100, and the other one was for $90. Uh, Total for the day was $450 in the markets, and I do have an invited today, which is NQ. So I traded NQ as well. So let's review gold, which is the first market I traded in the morning. And I'm doing a little bit something a little bit different today. I am displaying here the 30 minutes chart, and the reason for this is that I I wanted to show how difficult this market was to trade today. Lots of wicks in the upper side, lots of wick to the downside. So it's kind of like bouncing in between 2015, even 2011, kind of in this area, and also down below here, 20 1997 to 2000, something like that. So it was really ranging today. It was not moving at all. In the overnight, you can see it here. In the overnight, came back down, then move above the moving averages, and it started to move at 5 a.m. Started to move all the way up. But I was not looking at this. But then I started to see that it was having difficulties to move either way. Now, what happened here is that we are also in the cloud, within the cloud. So uh, have to trade here, yes, but there were a couple of opportunities I saw, and let's review it. So this is the anchor chart. You see that I took the trades here in the morning at 7:51 and at 8:39. So early in the morning I took the trades, and it was risky, yes, because you have the floor pivot right here at this level 2015. But it was, moving to the upside, bouncing to the upside, and I thought it was a good opportunity to go bullish. So let's check the entry chart. So the entry chart is here. Let me expand it a little. Well, you see that it's ranging. It's bouncing up and down, up and down. So entering here is riskier. Then you have a break to the downside, which was a nice reversal. And I think that this one was this week right here. So let's synchronize and put it in global here, so we see if that is the one. Right. So here it is. So you see that week to the downside is this move right here, and then immediately went up. So this one was in between 10:15, 10:16 went down, and then at 10:20 was already back up. So yeah, ranging day except for this week's right here. Let's take this out. Okay. So first trade I made, again, I said it was going to be, it was risky, and but I was bullish here. So if you see in this area, all the moving averages are stuck to the upside, and which improves the possibility to get the target. I was actually expecting this one to go all the way to 2011, right here. I'm sorry, to 2015. It didn't meet, but it came back down. So you see here that it was the entry was at 20 2010.6, and just 1 second. Let me verify here real quick. Okay, sorry about that. So it was I entered here um, at 2010.6 and exited at 2011.6. So that one is exactly $100. So let's mark it right here, plus 100 right there. Okay, so that didn't meet the target. Um, um, but it came back down and stopped me out right there. So tight stop, the first candle or the first brick that went down is where I sold it. Then started to move down here, and then it made this congestion area. Um, so you see up, down, and then when it broke this Darvas here, when it broke that Darvas level, I took another chance here, but it was still in the chop zone. So really taking some risk here. So I took this one at 2011.2, and I sold it at 2012.1. So I made only $90 there. So let's put that one $90. Okay. So that's the one. And then there was a nice break. I did not take it, but there was a nice break right here. So in this area, that would be good for one full target, which is $400 right there. Um, so then the market started to do nothing, right? I mean, went not nothing, but went up and down, and as you see here, lots of wiggles, up, down. It really in a range. Um, so I did not take any more trades. If you see the anchor chart, the anchor chart right here, there's a good entry. There's a wick right there. There's a nice move to the downside. Um, so that one, if you're not following this one, but you follow the anchor chart, then this one would trigger some interesting trades. So this one here could be one. This one here could be another one, and then you are moving above the cloud again, so you're bullish, but it's really doing nothing. Lots of chop uh, here, so no trades, and market ended up right here. Probably um, let's look at this chart and Thinkorswim in the daily. You see here for gold, you do have, this is the range we have been monitoring, the first date range. Came back up, moved down, and today was kind of like a weeks to the upside and week to the downside, with a very small body right there. So in between 2000 and 1993, something like that, 1992. So actually, in this candle, I do have it here. So the open 1992.8, the close what 2001.8. Okay, so next up is our new um, invited here, which is NQ. So NQ um, made a so I never trade NQ. It's a little bit too volatile. But you know, I'm gonna I'm gonna show my trade. It was a loss. I'm gonna change the setting on the Unirenko because this one is moves a little bit different, and the range is a little bit a little bit wider. So I have to change the settings on the Renko, on the Uni Renko. So let's see. That is the trade I made here. So if you see in NQ, let's look at the 30 minutes. So NQ made a move to the upside yesterday, and then stayed here. Let me show that NQ in the Think or Swim platform. So you see here, you know, made a move to the downside. um, MFC or market forecast is to the downside, so this one is bearish. Made a move to the downside, then came back up, faced resistance at 13,900, which is that range for the first day of the month, and then came back down today, and then moved a little bit up. So yeah, yesterday moved nicely to the upside, but found some resistance and still is bearish, both because of the market forecast. Um, Not that much in this money flow index. That it is not clear that is descending, although it is descending. But here you see clearly in the market forecast that is going down, and it's below the range, the first day of range. So okay. So NQ. So NQ. I was saying that in the 30 minutes during the overnight came back down, and then market open, and it came more to the downside. So all the moving averages here, except for the 200, which is this purple line right here, this one, all of them are stacking to the downside. So you have um, all the moving averages moving down, and then you have here a reversal, which is this down, up here, up, and then down, a higher, or let's say in a different way. You have a lower high right there, then a lower low, then you have um, a lower high again, and then you have a higher low. So there's some congestion in here, or compression. And then here you break it, and then you go to the upside. I didn't take any of these trades. This again, lunchtime. I don't trade at that time. My trades are early in the morning, most likely. So I took the trade in this area right here. Um, so let me expand this thing here a little bit. That area right there. And this is where I took the trade. Mistake, yes. First trade I take uh, in NQ, but so let's review it. It was a mistake actually. So you have some resistance here. Market move up and then move significantly to the downside. So made a peak there all the way to the floor pivot, and then came back. And then when I was at the end of this move, I took the trade. Why? Um, let's check the entry chart. Okay, so here is the entry chart. So I saw that this thing here, which is a congestion, up, down, up, down, up, and then when it came and broke this one is where I took the trade. Okay, so the reason why I took it was because it was out of a congestion area, and I was looking at this as well as a potential resistance. So yeah, there was resistance here. This is a significant area because of this. All of this congestion was breaking out of it, but it didn't follow through. So came back up, and then I was stopped out, and I gave it a little bit of wiggle, just two breaks to the upside, and then it was sold out. So that was $140 loss in Q. So I'm gonna mark it here minus 140. It was a loss right there. So right now, with in between gold and in Q, I'm at $50 in between the gold and Q, $50. And again, in this market, and with one contract, I'm only trying to get $400 to $500 profit. Um, so just taking that, and then not taking that much risk, and not being in the market that much because of this, all of this. Uh, I'm going for the low ball actually. So let's review the last trade I made, which was gold. I mean, sorry, crude. So let's change this one to crude, and this one is a winner for $400. Let's wait a little bit to charge, and then I have to change this um, these settings. Okay. So let's see where I did the trade. Um, so right here in this area. Okay, so it was a reversal. I mean, I took a reversal, probably counter trend. Normally I don't do that, but let's see. So the market on crude um, was weird today. So let's check the um, crude oil in in the daily. So crude oil now is crossing below the opening range, the first day range. It's below 106.78. It's 105.85. And but before that, I was, and probably that's why the reason I took that trade is because it was bouncing out of this level, and this is until it crossed, I was bullish. Right now, I'm neutral. We'll see what is going to happen tomorrow, but it seems that it wants to revert and meet this 30 days moving average. So first day that closed below the 10 days moving average, but and below the range. So we'll see what is going to happen tomorrow. If it bounce off of this one again, then I'm back to bullish. Um, yeah. Okay. And one more thing. Sorry. So if you see here, let me go here. Um, if you see here, the today confirm that the MFC crossed the market forecast indicator, crossed below 80, so it's 72 and 88, which is bearish. So it's actually not bearish, it's defensive at this point, but it's pointing down. So I'm not as enthusiastic anymore with crude for now. But anyways, it was bouncing. So you see now it's a 108. My entry was here. at 108.80, something like that. So let's look for it in the right there. Okay, so you see that market was the it was actually the a good entry would have been in this area right here, but it was below the cloud, and if it's below the cloud or in the cloud, I try not to take the trade. I saw this one moving and reversing here. This one would have been a good entry. Well, this one is actually that one there, right? So came back down and was facing the 200, but now at this point the 200 was below the moving average, the 21 and the 32. The 89 is still below the 200, but it is moving to the upside. So I took the trade right there, and that one was good for one target, or the target for the contract, right? So that one is actually $400. So let's mark it right there, plus 400. Okay. So then the market, then crude started to do, its thing. This one is a choppy area. You can be killed if you try to trade this, but then it broke. Also, that one was not, that break is not good for a target. There was a bounce out of the 200 right here that could have been a good a good setting, but out of this congestion, difficult to take. Um, this one is a move to the upside, but very, very choppy um, in this micro trend right here. Then move to the upside again and chop and chop and chop and chop. All the way during the morning was chopping. And then finally, um, and then finally made a move out of this chop area to the downside. So this one would have been a good entry as well. Um, chop, chop, chop. Another move. So you see here it chops with like a half an hour chop, 1 hour chop, and then goes back down. I'm looking at this a bottom left chart on the 30 minutes, but it's the bias is to the downside now. All the moving averages are stacking, moving down. Even the 200 on the 30 minutes is up here. So everything is looks bearish now for crude. We'll see what's going to happen tomorrow. Um, okay, and let's put here real quick ES, and I'm gonna go with ES in this other chart. Just a quick recap on this one. Did not make any trades. You know, part because I'm trying to make $500 a day in the trades. So in the other, so I made the my target, and then the other one is that it was kind of like wiggling. Also came back to the downs to down and then moved up. So let's look at the 30 minutes. So you see here overnight came back down 436. It was most of the move was here in the cloud, and then moved up and then broke to the downside right here at around 10:30. Moved back down and then moved up. This is the same pattern that you see in that you saw in NQ, where you have a low, a a high. So let's do this in this one just to mark it. See that one indicates that you're bearish. Moving averages are to the downside. Also, this trend is moving down. Then you have another trend right here. Let's paint it, another pivot right there, and then this pivot here was marking a reversal right there. So here down, or lower high, lower low, a lower low, then a lower high, and then a higher low. So you have congestion, and then boom, broke to the upside. Okay, so in the anchor chart, you have this move, went back down, and then up, and then moved to the upside. So some congestion here in the upper um, left corner chart, in the anchor chart. So see, same pattern right here, higher low and break, and moved up. And then here, this one is murder all the way. If you're trading this chart, this is really difficult to do. Look at all of these wiggles, up and down, up and down, up and down. This is in the morning, and then market open right here at 9:30, but up and down, up and down, up and down, then break to the upside. There's no actually entry here unless you take this uh, channel right there. You take it to the upside, up. That was a good one. Then another congestion area, probably not even one target, but profitable. Crossing, and that one is a good entry right there. That one could be a good one as well. And then moving to the upside. So, but it is difficult to trade this stuff. I mean, too many ups and downs and ups and downs, and you see that the the price action is actually not helping that much. So you have to be careful. That's why in this type of environment, I am just going with my 450 $500, so up to 600 if I'm lucky, and then I stop trading. So quit for the day. That's it. Quit for the day. Just make the minimum, and that's it. Okay. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you liked it, click the like button. That would be helpful. If I'm as I said before, I'm not gonna do any live trading until I get 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this and you would subscribe, that would be great. Thank you so much for watching.